Ayres. 33% of all college students have had significant symptoms of mental health issues, and only a few of them have actually reported it and reached out for help. Mental health issues contain things like depression and anxiety. Everyone here has had a day or a week where we have been sad and depressed, and we all know how hard school and sports can be for that day or week. Luckily for most of us, that only lasts for a day or for a week, but for some people, that can last months and even years. Colleges should provide resources to college athletes that struggle with mental health. First, I'll talk about the problems that exist currently and between college athletes and mental health. Then I'll talk about possible solutions to help fight these. First, let's talk about the problems that exist currently. According to Robin Kuick, a meta consultant who got a degree from the University of Texas, states in Athletes for Hope in February of 2019 that only 10% of college athletes that have mental health disorders actually reach out for help. 10%, only 1 in 10 people actually reach out for help, when it should be a lot more. Now, you can do things by yourself to get some help, like exercise. Exercise is a great way for your mind and for your body to relax and get things off your mind. But exercise doesn't cure you, and it doesn't always help you either. Student athletes have a lot to deal with between school and their sports, and so they have to do all of that and balance relationships with their family and friends. So it's just a lot for them to deal with, and they don't have a lot of time for themselves to relax and chill out. And according to Ashwin L. Rao, a reporter who got his sports medicine degree at the University of Washington, states in British Journal of Sports Medicine, published in 2016, that suicide is the 4th leading cause of death from college athletes. 4th leading cause of death is suicide. That is kind of crazy. There's a lot of ways to die, and suicide is one of, if not the worst way to die. Nobody should have to take their own life or feel like they need to. One thing that you could argue is that they could go to therapy, but according to Hart Haraguchi, a counselor with a degree in psychology from Palo Alto University, states in Choosing Therapy in March of 2021 that the average 50-minute therapy session costs $100 to $200. Now, as I said before, college athletes don't have a lot of time, which means that most of them don't have jobs, and a lot of them don't have money to be able to pay for therapy. Now that I talked about problems that exist currently, let's talk about some solutions. According to Nadia Ghaffari, who founded Teens Talk to help hundreds of students with mental health issues, states in American Addiction Centers that in 2019 that one thing that could be done to help prevent these suicides and everything is schools can implement regular check-in schedules. This can be just like from the teachers, from coaches or counselors, and it doesn't have to be just for the student athletes either. It can be for just the regular students. Another thing that could happen is implementing times and safe spaces for every student. You could also teach coaches and students basic strategies to help find and stop depression and help people. Now, you might be thinking, how do you have all this money to do all this? According to Mark Drozdowski, a journalist with a master's and doctorate degree in higher education from Harvard University, states and best colleges that in 2020 that from the March Madness NCAA tournament alone, they make roughly $1 billion. Now that's the NCAA's money, but they do give a lot of that $1 billion to the 357 schools that participate in the events, not just the March Madness. In 2019, the top 20 schools received on average $164.7 million just from sports. They can use a lot of that money and money from other places too to help the students and help whoever else. First, I talked about the problems that are currently here and need to be addressed, and then I talked about possible solutions. Colleges should provide resources to college athletes that struggle with mental health. Watching sports can be fun, especially college sports, but watching funerals for the college players that didn't get the help that they